So that is anyway. That's where we are right now, guys. I did see JDA made a video, and you know, what are you gonna do? This guy, I don't believe anything JDA says. I was on JDA's show. Did you guys know this? JDA said, please come on the show with Vox Day and let's settle this. And I went on the show. Let me see here. I went on JDA's show because he invited me. And it was a really peculiar thing. He was there with Vox Day. JDA has said over and over again, we shouldn't be fighting our fellow conservatives. I mean, I think my conservative credentials speak for themselves. I mean, I was literally canceled for being a Trump supporter in a very visible place, DC Comics, and they couldn't have it. They did cancel me for that reason. I know there's a lot of like gaslighting. Oh, it's because he was a jerk. Who was like, people don't get canceled for, everybody in comics is a jerk. People don't get canceled for being late. People do not get blacklisted for being late or being a jerk. Obviously, or else, Mark Waid would be blacklisted and so many others would as well. Mark Silvestri took 8 years to draw a Batman book. He's not blacklisted. It was entirely political. So my conservative credentials speak for themselves. JDA says he doesn't want to fight with conservatives. He invited me on his show. And this is what happened. I was there with Vox Day. Here we go.
And the werewolf.
Twilight.
And, no, what this is not Twilight. This is somebody.
Twilight she had to choose.
And Twilight she had to choose. That the Twilight was a very standard romance structure.
Right.
But this it was like the first big urban fantasy. Right around the time of Jim Butcher and that sort of thing.
Actually, we disagree about a lot of things, but I do enjoy talking to him.
It just got more and more out of control until it got to the point. I think by like the 10th book or something, the story was basically Anita Baker. That's it. Anita Blake. Anita Blake.
There you go. Good job, John.
Anita Blake.
Yeah.
And so. And it turned into basically this massive, like
having a nice conversation with Vox.
with like werewolves and tigers and kangaroos. I mean, it was inevitable, but I couldn't believe that she actually went there. And these were big books. We're talking major best-selling author here. So that's the kind of thing that I'm just not interested in going there.
Right.
And
I gotta say, it's been a while, Vox. It's been like 3-4 years since you've been on my show. I'm gonna invite you back. I'd like to have you come back and actually talk to my audience about this and get them interested in Arcaven Comics. Now more than ever, I really feel like it's important. I have to cut this short. I'm sorry, I gotta run. But I want to invite you back because now more than ever, I really feel like it's important to separate like genuine people who are concerned with the culture war and creating great stuff that means something, that's meaningful. And Arcaven has been around for so long that it's like, any idea that you might have just been doing this for fun, just as a gimmick for a little while, has gone out the window. You're serious. You're here to stay. And at this point, I would love to introduce you to my audience of customers who are going to see you for the big player that you are. This was like 2 weeks ago. And try out some of your comics. So if you wouldn't mind, I know you're a busy guy, but if there's like some point that you want to schedule where you could come on and just say hi to people, talk about your comic books. We focus on comics. You know that. That's what we do.
Yeah. I did just finish a 750-page epic fantasy, but it's a novel. It's not a comic book.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, we'll talk about that too. You know what I want from you? I want your third SJW book, but for some reason that leaves me hanging. That drives me insane. You got
I don't see any need for it. I mean, the SJWs always project. It's just the third law. You don't need to write a whole book about the law.
I would love to read it anyway. I love the first two a lot.
Well, actually, what I do need to send you, just so you know what we're doing, is email me your mailing address or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm going to send you a pair of leather books. It's the epic fantasy that I've done. And I just want to show you the bet, like with the goat skin, the 22 karat gold. I just want you to see what
you're capable of, because you said this to me. You were like, dude, why don't you come over here? This is the kind of treatment that we could offer Man, let me see it. Let me take a look at it.
I was gonna say, Razor Fist publishes with us now, right?
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that he did so was I sent him one of our goatskin books, and he's like, "Oh man, I just want to see my stuff done up like this."
Yeah, it's gotta be cool.
I think you'll be interested when you get a chance to take a look at that.
I would love to. I will send you an email as soon as we get off here. Now, JDA, as for you, whatever difficulties we're having, you and I, they're one-sided. I don't have a problem with you. And so,
oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual! Get off my show. All right. God, I just can't take it. I'm sorry. The fake bullshit just drives me crazy. So I can't handle it. But yeah,
what are you talking? He invited me to be on his show.
Shut up! Don't go on his show. It's a trap.
Of course, I'll go on his show if he wants to trap it. That's fine.
God, insufferable. But that's I expected that. So
you're literally slapping the olive branch out of his hand.
No, he's not giving a real olive branch. It's bullshit. So
of course he is.
Yeah, okay. It was.
Ethan and I are gonna prove you wrong.
JDA.
You're gonna prove me wrong? Okay.
Ethan and I.
Look how mad JDA is. Holy shit, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think one of the things is he was really preparing for some kind of cool confrontation with me, and it didn't really work out that well for him.
Hi, my name is John Smelanus. I'm a #1 Hispanic science fiction author, #1 Hispanic comic book creator, #1 Hispanic man on the moon, world champion salsa dancer, world-class fencing champion, and lots of other totally wild and insane sounding titles that I've completely made up and given myself. So breaking news, Beef and Van Sciver reviewed my attempt at a comic book and said it was total dog shit. He then reviewed Liam Groh's comic book and said it was the best thing he's read. Worthy of the kings. Well, I want to be the favorite child. I want Daddy to love me more. Love me, Daddy. Daddy hurt Johnny. Daddy made Johnny sad. Johnny wants to be just like Daddy. Well, Johnny's going to hurt Daddy. I'm going to pretend to kick him off my stream. He, ha, ha, ha. Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show. Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show. Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show. Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show. Okay. Remember the lines? Right? You've rehearsed this 1,000 times. Don't forget the lines. Okay, I'm nervous. Come on, stop shaking, Johnny. Okay, here we go. You've practiced this for weeks. Get ready. Don't mess it up now.
Now, JDA, as for you, whatever difficulties we're having, you and I, they're one-sided. I don't have a problem with you. And so...
Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show.
Oh, shut up, you disingenuous homosexual. Get off my show. So if you want an alternative to Star Wars, you can try my unbelievably shit Bookstar Battles, which reads like it was written by a 5-year-old, or you can try my pathetic, talentless attempt at a fighting fantasy book, Generic Muscleman and the Cat Girl, which is full of artwork that looks like it was done by a stroke victim with no hands. So I'll catch you next time where I'll be just flat out lying and giving myself all sorts of weird and flamboyant accolades and titles that I've made up whilst tonguing the anus holes of 0 YouTubers. Because nobody likes me due to being a weak, slimy, testosterone-deficient little worm of a man. See you next time on Weekly Worm with me, John Smelanus.